Good morning and welcome. Today we are here to honor every graduate. Many friends and family members have traveled far to honor their graduates. Please refrain from excessive cheering and the use of noisemakers so that every graduate's name may be heard and honored by family and friends. Sandia High School thanks you for respecting the dignity of the ceremony. Now, let us all please stand and welcome the class of 2023. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Sandia High School Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Captain David Plaster and Senior Master Sergeant Joe Britton. The national anthem will be sung by the Sandia High School Chorus. It is the tradition at Sandia High School that we stand in silence. Please remove your hats, and please remain standing until the colors have left the floor.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Seniors, please be seated. At this time, I want to introduce your senior class president, Pilar McCulley.
Good morning. The class of 2023 would like to extend a special welcome to our honored guest. Please stand when I introduce you. Audience, please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Here on our stage, APS board member Ms. Josefina Dominguez, Associate Superintendent for Zone 4, Troy Hughes, Sandia High School Principal Ms. Camille Gonzalez, Sandia Assistant Principals Ms. Amy Vescuccio-Lissick, Ms. Frances Chavez Lovato, Mr. Juan Torres Dominguez Torres, our class sponsors and readers for today, Ms. Gina Marcel, Ms. Tara Palomares, the rest of our senior class officers, First Vice President Diego Ruiz, Second Vice President McKenna Gadis, Secretary Tasha Griffith, our Sandia High School and our International Baccalaureate valedictorians, Jasmine Malcamphew, Chloe Goodray-Meershin, and offstage to my right, Sandia Activities Director, Ms. Ann Holmes, and Sandia Athletic Director, Mr. Brian Weems.
In addition, we would like to thank our school counselors who are here with us today, presenting flowers to each graduate. We also want to thank our Matador Band and Chorus for performing today. And we would also like to recognize and thank all of our distinguished and talented faculty that are here with us today and ask them to please stand.
I will now introduce each of our valedictorians for the class of 2023. First, we have Chloe Goudray Merchant.
Hello, friends, family, and most importantly, graduating class of 2023. Most of you probably don't know me. Maybe you've heard my name or passed by me in the hallway, and now you're thinking to yourself, wow, I didn't even know she was a senior. Because, let's face it, I spent the majority of high school studying and hanging out with a small group of friends called the IB Kids, or as I like to call them, the Nerd Herd. So let me introduce myself. My name is Chloe Goudray Merchant, and I stand before you today as the 2023 valedictorian. Growing up, I was a really independent, stubborn child. Perhaps one moment that captures this best is when I was 2 years old. My mom was putting me to bed, and I stood up in my crib, looked her in the eyes, and told her very clearly, "Mama, someday I won't need you anymore." While it's often said that children speak the truth, in this case, I was definitely wrong. As I've grown up, and especially over these past 4 years, I've learned that that day where I won't need my mom will never really come. If there's one important thing that I learned in high school, it's not that bananas are radioactive or that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I learned that the people who surround you, your friends and your family, are truly the most important. They're the ones who will get you through those times where you aren't really sure what's next. They're the ones who will support you through anything and cheer you on from the sidelines. You need those people to support you in your successes, and most importantly, when you fail. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. First, thank you to our teachers and mentors. You supported us through turbulent times in the pandemic when our excuses went from "my dog ate my homework" to "my dog accidentally sent my homework to the wrong email address." All the way through to our senior year, as we struggled to take the next steps to take in life. Thank you to all our friends for putting up with our ups and downs and staying by our side and believing in us when we did not fully believe in ourselves. And finally, thank you to all the families and parents who not only supported us through it all, but managed to survive our teenage years without losing their sanity. It's not easy raising a bunch of kids who think they know everything, but still can't figure out how to do laundry or cook a decent meal. So let's give a round of applause to all of those individuals. For all of us, high school is just the beginning of our lives. There are so many things yet to come, and I don't know about you, but I'm both so excited and a little scared. I mean, who really knows what comes next? But one thing that keeps me grounded is something my family has taught me. Don't live to work. Rather, work to live. Remember to take joy in the little things. Dance in the rain and sing in the shower. Enjoy the butterflies that come from trying new things, and forgive yourself for not being perfect. We have all worked so hard to be here today, and as we all go off in different directions, I know that everyone is going to do amazing things. As we bid farewell to this chapter in our lives, let's cherish the memories we've created, the friendships we've forged, and the knowledge we've gained. Congrats, class of 2023.
And next, we have Jasmine Malkemfu.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to first extend a warm welcome to friends, families, and teachers who have all combined to support the class of 2023. Thank you all for being here today in a time of goodbyes and witnessing a new chapter unfold in all these students' lives. To the class of 2023, congratulations on making it to the end. After 4 long years, we've officially survived public school. First, I'd like to thank the backbone of the school, the ones who made it fun, the band. Because without them, would our school assemblies have been the same? I mean, what would our football games look like? Can you imagine? I think that many of us, well, we do agree that without you guys, none of us would have come to know what school spirit actually felt like. To all the marching band kids that willingly took on that extra hour of school in the morning, thank you. Now, it wasn't just the band kids who showed this type of commitment and determination, but it's something you all showed as well. Whether that was juggling between your homework and extracurriculars, or resisting that urge to press the snooze button for your 50 different alarms in the morning. It's why you're all seated here today. I also hope that through these hardships, you're able to take some kind of lesson away from high school. Maybe it was from a friend or from the classroom. Personally, that lesson would come from my favorite class, physics, which had taught me the most important lesson of all, that I really hate physics. High school was a prime time for exploration, and hopefully you all were able to get some sense of what you want to do, discover your interests and passions, and maybe you have also become a sworn enemy of physics. These are the high school experiences that should be valued, and I hope that you will carry them with you for many, many more years to come. During our time in high school, we faced many adversities, like procrastination, deciding between that extra hour of sleep or that project due tomorrow. And lastly, the biggest hurdle of all, overcoming that treacherous walk to Yucca. As freshmen, this was our most difficult and daunting walk as an introduction to our high school career. Now, we're finally at the end of that path and have begun walking toward another, the real world and adulthood. A difficult path that I know we will all learn to walk on confidently, and wherever this path may take you in the future, I know you all will find happiness and success. Thank you, senior class of 2023, for all the great years, and congratulations.
Thank you, valedictorians. It now gives me great pleasure to again introduce our 2023 class president, Pilar Macaulay.
Just a moment here. Good morning, Matadors. It's kind of crazy that we're here right now. I don't know about you, but when I woke up this morning, I couldn't believe that we had actually made it. We've waited 4 long years for this moment. 1,460 days, 35,000 hours, 2.1 million minutes of being in high school, 2.1 million minutes all for the one where we walk across this very stage. And as you sit here listening to me talk and ramble about numbers, maybe even tuning me out to see how many people in the audience are wearing blue shirts, the countdown is ending. The clock is almost at midnight and we're running out of time. At least it can feel that way. Like once we step off of this stage, our childhoods are just pieces of photographs and past imaginations. Like the moments we made up the last 4 years are now only just memories. But the truth is that while we might not be seniors anymore, climbing off of this stage is just one more step in the chase after our dreams. Bear with me for a second, one of the millions, I know. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, and I promise it's relevant. How many of you have ever driven up into the mountains to look up at the stars? Maybe not even up into the mountains, but have just stepped up one night onto your porch to look up at those glittering lights. How many of you have smiled when you looked up at the stars? How many of you have looked up and felt like the universe is full of wonder and possibility? For those of you that haven't experienced the night sky, you should. It's always beautiful. And the best part is that whether or not you can see them, those tiny, shiny, sparkly, bright balls of fire are always up there. That's why the sailors didn't follow the yellow brick road. They followed Polaris. Someone once told me that they have their own personal star for this very reason, because no matter where they lived or who they loved, their star would always be in their night sky. It gave them hope and stability. It was a safe space for them to dream. I believe that that's what our childhood is. That's what high school was, the stability of the night sky. We don't really grow up, we only gain wisdom and responsibilities. The little kid who wants to stop and run through the sprinklers is still inside of all of us. The same hand that painted with water on the sidewalk holds your steering wheel when you drive in the morning. The voice that sang along with your friends while the sky shifted from pink and orange into a dark blue highlights your strengths in a job interview. The same mind that dreamt of anything and everything is the same mind that we use every single day. We all have our childhood inside of us. We're all still kids. So sure, we've spent millions of minutes to be here today, millions of minutes to walk across this stage and move into the next part of our lives. We've had millions of moments that have made countless memories. And whether or not there were more up moments or down, they have always been there guiding us through the changes in our lives. The end of our high school career can't ever take that away. So sure, the countdown to your diploma has come to an end, but you'll still leave here today and have the little kid from your childhood cheering you on. Seniors, you can become anything you want to be because you'll always have your star. So chase your dreams, class of 2023, and maybe wear some twinkle toes while you do it. And now we will hear from our chorus as they perform Time to Say Goodbye.
Board Member Dominguez. I would like to present the class of 2023. They have met all the graduation requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, I present the Sandia High School class of 2023.
Principal Gonzalez, it is my honor, on behalf of the Albuquerque Public School Board of Education, to accept the Sandia class of 2023 graduating class. Felicidades y mil bendiciones.
Reese Adams. Regina Abassetti Adegbenro. Steve Aguayo Ramirez. Isra Al-Rahmun. Malak M. Alitbi. Ryan T. Allison. Elijah Aragon. Ashley Arbendaris. Emily Ray Armijo. Jacob Areyin. Lane Arrington. Silas O. Ashby. Autumn H. Ashcraft. Sam Atencio. Marisa Rose Baca. Nico Varela. Julian Belleville. Adriano Ben. Demira A. Ben. Kaylee R. Benali. Abigail Scott Benavides. Joey J. Benavides. Ryan Scott Benavides. Joseph A. Benbow.
Berkeley K. Bennett. Gage A. Berlint. Annika Bolding. Sarah L. Bouchel. Larson Braley. Haley Noel Brenner. Madison M. Brooks. Savannah Jade Bryant. Anthony Bird. Miani A. Burleson. Allison G. Burt. Elijah J. Bustillos. Dylan T. Bird. Oscar Cabrera. Joseph Alexander Campenga Montrose. Jordan N. Candelaria. Anna P. Cow. Cassandra E. Carpenter. Patricia Carrillo. Cameron Gavin Carroll. Ian Finnegan Carroll. Italy A. Castillo. Jacqueline Castillo. Nicholas James Chacon.
Gabriela Chaires Ramirez. Mason J. Chavez. Mela G. Chavez. Rosalind M. Chavez. Zachary L. Chavez. Chase John Clark. Mackenzie R. Clarkson. Sarah W. Clendenin. Lamarion Q. Coleman. Devin M. Collins. Alexis Nicole Karachi. Aaliyah Danielle Cordova. Leticia Cordova. Mary R. Cordova. Connor Cousins. Sydney R. Covington. Addison L. Creek. John Cummings. Abigail Cuthbertson. Maya Gangwa Daly. Emma M. Day. Ethan De La Garza. Andrea DeVette.
Dante L. Dixon. Gabriella D. Dominici. Nathaniel Devin Smith Dominguez. Lacey N. Duell Lay. Zion Sana Dumont. Ashley Michelle Dunn. Tia F. Duran. Tristan A. Egenberger. Seth Elkins. Demario Elthy. Nathaniel R. Escoja. Joseph R. Esquivel. Adrian C. Fernandez. Ezra D. Fernandez. Maria Grace Fernandez. Lucas Warren Fickus. Franklin Robert Finch. Nathaniel E. Fisher. Kayla S. Fitzgerald. Bianca Elise Florence. Michaela R. Flores. Evan M. Floyd. Kenna N. Fodderero. Asher K. Frank.
Parker A. Fry. Owen R. Frick. Ashlyn F. Gabaldon. Eric Santos Gabaldon. Riley L. Gabaldon. Nevea E. Gallegos. Michael A. Gallegos Tenorio. Jacob D. Gandara. Miguel Angel Gandara. Erica Garcia. Gabriel J. Garcia. Joaquin Garcia. Dimitri C. Garcia Quesi. Paige Garduno. Journey H. Gaskins. Sabra M. Gildersleeve. Chloe E. Goodray Merchant. Javier A. Gomez. Memphis Gracelyn Gomez Bravo. Estrella Isabel Gonzalez. Arwen V. Gonzalez. Ethan Gregory. Tasha Charlene Griffith. Lincoln J. Grisson.
Michael S. Gross. McKenna C. Gadis. Cora James Gunderson. Cassandra N. Grule. Sofia Gutierrez. Logan L. Handley. Aaron M. Hansen. Wyatt W. Hardesty. Gideon Ariel Harris. Riley Rose Harrison. Caitlin N. Hatfield. Jordan J. Hernandez. Isabella Monique Herrera. Aaron R. Hewitt. Justin M. Higgins. Joaquin Armando Higuera. Andrew L. Hill. Ian C. Hoffman. Paul David Horton. Kylie Christine Howell. Kathy Huen. Gabriel L. Ibaldo. Marley S. Ingram. Pathana T. Intachanda.
Jasmine E. James. Mason Iverson. Dalen James. Derek James. Madison B. James. Tate Janice. Noah S. Jaramillo. Samantha E. Jarman. Florence Natasha Jayobi Sastra. Anthony S. Jenks. Sage L. Jajana. Kayahi E. Jim. Ben Perone. Emma Harone. Damian M. Joe. Donovan F. Johnson. Jalen S. Johnson. Patrick Vincent Johnson. Samantha Johnston. Dylan G. Jones. Aaron Jurado. Farlin Angela Candega. Elijah Barrow Keene. Courtney Rhea Jean Kirschman.
Brianne E. Knudsen. Linnea M. Knudsen. Kobe Lee J. Korch. J. Lewis Kramer. Michael Ray Kremer. Cohen Kuzenza. Nicholas B. Lakes. LaShawn V. Lane. Logan Joseph Langdon Smokov. Marisha Rain Lavalea. Clarissa L. Laybourne. Chris Lee. Jaden Xavier Lumiere. Leilani Ann Lurtham. Gianna Lewis. Henry F. Lean Uman. Yihao Lin. Amaris Lopez. Eli David Lovato. Hannah R. Love. Israel A. Lozanori Nino. Aiden R. Lucas. Madison Elizabeth Lucas. Andrew Joseph Lucero.
Gerald Lujan III. William Lunt. Treyon Lynch. Kenny M. Ma. Anthony Michael Carl Maestas. Christian D. Maestas. Ethan Maisano. Devin E. Mangoni. Ethan Connor Manning. Jasmine Malcomfew. Gael K. Merentes. Angelica Martinez. Annalise E. Martinez. Krista J. Martinez. Marina Jasmine Martinez. Trevor L. Martinez. Etienne Martinez Gonzalez. Renee Elizabeth Mason. Adam Toby Maxwell. Lainey R. McBurney. Richard A. McClish. Pilar McCulley. Christian Thomas Ordonio McCullough. Melody Danielle McKay.
Jamir Q. Meadows. Isaiah E. Medina. Aiden L. Melendres. Kayla Malloy. Noah Albert Minakuchi. Robert J. Mayers. Arias Esquiel Celo Miera. Haley Jane Miller. Trent Miller. Ty M. Minton. Daniel Molina. Estrella M. Montano. Stephanie L. Montano. Paloma Turner Montez. Amalia R. Montoya. Amaya Corinne Montoya. Juan Orlando Montoya Jr. Avram A. Mora. Joseph A. Morgan. Dalen D. Moyer. Kodze Deborah Mun Angate. Edan Ignacio Muniz. Osiel Elias Magrea. Javier O. Navarro. Matthew A. Nekoachia.
Ariana N. Nelson. Daniel S. Ogawa. Aaron Ortiz. Layla Ortiz Nolan. Leo E. Oxford. Maria Pacheco. Isaac Anthony Padilla. Karina Padilla. Destiny Estrella Palacios. Madeline Palulot. Alana Louise Panuzzo. Aiden Joshua Perillo. Shay Asicia Parrish. Quinn J. Polly. Nicholas Leonard Perea. Christopher E. Perez. Idali Perez. Jeremiah Anthony Peterson. Justin R. Peterson. Ryder Pierre. Justin Tyler Pierre. Constanza Pino Joffrey. Adam Lee Pinto. Adam J. Portillos.
Bethany J.F. Powers. Mason C. Prazik. Tommy J. Pretty. Adam M. Palido. Pardon me. Adam M. Palido. Sabrina Kwan. Elazar Quiroz Torres. Ryan F. Rael. Carlos Pablo Ramirez. Marcus Ramon. Bethany C. Rife. Brooke C. Rife. Haley Reynolds. Delilah A. Rivas. Allison A. Rivera. Sammy I. Roberts. Karina Rodriguez. Eli Armando Rodriguez Resendez. Tristan J. Rojo. Amelia B. Romero. Devin G. Romero. Jade Romero. Kayla Romo. Kennedy Ann Rowe. Lydia K. Ruan.
Diego Ruiz. Lexi Ruiz. Lucas Ruiz. Abigail Sainz. Addison Salazar. Ian Salazar. Isaac Salazar. Daisy Salinas Perez. Sarah Sanchez. Amari Sanderson. Martina T. Sando. Brianna S. Sandoval. Karis C. Sandoval. Daniel L. Santiago. Jose F. Sarmiento. Tori Shaler. Valerie Ellen Shannon. Cree Nevin Raymond Shupla. Vincent T. Silva. Erika Esmeralda Simón Madero. Isaiah Israel Cisneros. Byron B.J. Smith. Lara E. Snyder. Destiny Faith Shipley.
Nicholas J. Solis. Sophia Rose Soleyan. Dominic Spalero. Riley Grace Sporford. Benjamin Stackpole. Sabrina K. Stevenson. Matthew Stewart. Aiden R. Suber. Laura V. Swessel. Marisa A. Teraves. Ladea R. Terrell. Christopher David Thibodeau. Malaya J. Thomas. Malachi Darius Times. Julian Adrian Tirado. Jennifer Alexis Chung. Citali Y. Trejo. Eliza D. Trujillo. Kaylin G. Tyron. Gabriel G. Turning Bear. Angelina Ulabari. Carla M. Valke. Taylor R. Vance. Izira Vargas.
Joshua Michael Vigil. Madeline Joy Vigil. Serena Feliz Vigil. Celeste Villa. Elise Visconti. Asia Monet Washington. Ivan A. Watchman Jr. Killian Thomas Webb. Matthew D. Webster. Alexis C. Welsh. William C. Wirtz. Stephen T. West. Elise Joelle Whitaker. Tyson Weist Sanchez. Tyson Douglas Wilfon. Alicia Williams. Harley Ann Williams. Byungjae Wu. Savannah Weich. Vivian Yang. Tyler Jamers Yeppa. Jackson A. Ziegler. Joshua Edward Zuniga.
Seniors, please stand. It is my honor to command you to move your tassels to the left. Congratulations, class of 2023, we did it!